Memphis 9-1 FC returns home, and they look to get back into the win column tonight. They'll have to do it against one of the hottest teams in the entire USL, the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Also, one of the best defensive clubs as well. USL Championship action comes your way next. Everyone, under blue skies in downtown Memphis, Tennessee at AutoZone Park, we bring you USL Championship action tonight. I'm Jeff Bryant alongside J.J. Greer as two teams in a bunched-up table square off tonight. J.J., not a lot of points separate first to that last spot in the playoff line.
Only 3 points separate the third-place club from the eighth-place club, which is Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Of course, the top 4 teams have home field advantage. The top 8 make it into the playoffs, so a big opportunity tonight for 9-1 FC, which sits in 7th place, to really move up that table.
We talk about Colorado Springs defense. They are one of the best in goals conceded, but they still have some firepower up front of Ronaldo Damas.
Ronaldo Damas, the 24-year-old striker from Haiti, is a proven prolific goal scorer, former champion in 2021 with Orange County Soccer Club in the USL Championship, and USL League One champion in 2019 with North Texas Soccer Club. Damas has 6 goals in 12 matches this season, 60 goals throughout his career in the top 2 divisions of the USL. Needless to say, this guy's a winner, a proven goal scorer. 9-1 FC will need to lock in on him tonight.
Meanwhile, for 9-1 FC, he is a veteran in the USL, but took a year off to go over and play in Israel. He's back, and Marlon has made an impact for Memphis.
The Brazilian striker was incredible for the month of May. 5 goals and 4 assists in 4 league matches during that span. This, of course, allowed him to be nominated for USL Championship Player of the Month for the month of May. The offensive game plan for 9-1 FC head coach Stephen Glass should be simple tonight. Get the ball to that man Marlon as early as possible and as much as possible, and good things will happen for the boys, the Beale Street boys.
Well, see if the 9-1 FC offense can get going against this great switchback defense here tonight. We'll take a look at your starting lineups. We'll have the first touch from AutoZone Park in downtown Memphis come your way after this. Tennessee, weather is beautiful for this match as 901 FC returns home to AutoZone Park tonight to face the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Let's take a look at the lineups tonight for Colorado Springs. Again, as we talked about, it'll be Ronaldo Damas, who you have to watch for up top. Damas again coming in. Just a prolific goal scorer. And again, they're known for defense. Herrera in net. He is 10th in the league in saves. Meanwhile, for Memphis 901 FC tonight, it'll be Marlon up front. He is a Player of the Month nominee, and he has been on the Team of the Week 4 times so far this season. So that's a look at your starting lineups tonight, both for the Switchbacks and Memphis 901 FC, as we are underway here at AutoZone Park in Memphis. Both of these teams, JJ, have played well as of late. Of course, Memphis coming off a 1-0 loss at San Antonio FC, but before that, they had been unbeaten in 5 straight matches.
They've really had excellent performance, especially throughout the month of May. Just fantastic. We talked about them in the opener. Marlon was a big reason for that, but defensively as well, 901 FC was very sharp and really stuck with their runners.
Meanwhile, Colorado Springs, what a turnaround off the back foot, trying to flick it in there, no go. And that ball will be cleared. Meanwhile, for Colorado Springs, they did not have a good start. No wins, 5 losses, a 1 draw. Since then, 5 straight wins. Hottest team in the West.
Hottest team in the West. And again, we talked about in the opener, the West is just so jumbled right now. Really 3 through 8 in the table, between Monterey Bay FC sitting at number 3 and Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC at number 8. Only 3 points separate these teams. So a win tonight, theoretically, depending on results, could put either one of these teams into home field advantage for the playoffs, of course, if it were to start tomorrow. But just such a really competitive atmosphere in the Western Conference.
Stephen Glass has talked about a quick start tonight. Memphis 901 FC has had opportunities. They're one of the best teams in the league as far as putting shots on the net, and they are still 5th in the USL Championship with 5th place with 18 goals on the year, but 3rd at 173 shots. Finding the back of the net early could be big for Memphis coming off that shutout loss.
It's going to be huge, especially with the 2 Brazilians up top, Marlon and Bruno Lopes, as well as Luis Fernando, the 3 Brazilian, the trio right there. They've just been so good throughout the first half of this season.
Borzak making a quick push on that one, so the free kick coming up here to the Switchbacks. They'll give it to Aiden Rocha out of Brookville, Maryland. There is James Chambers, first season as the head coach at Colorado Springs. He was promoted in January, joined the Switchbacks in 2021 after a great career as a player. Spent a little time with the Philadelphia Union Academy.
Oh, yeah, I remember Chambo as a player. He was a real bulldog in midfield and just loved to spray balls all over the field, and a really hard-nosed player, and I know he's going to be a hard-nosed coach as well, but he's got his team flying right now.
I got a shoe off here early in this match. It looks like Zach Zandy out of Westchester, Pennsylvania, who's played in 10 matches so far this year. One of their midfielders, 4th year with Colorado Springs. Meanwhile, Stephen Glass, what a job he has done. Came in, was announced as the head coach back in November of 2022. The Scottish native had such a nice career as a head coach and has done a nice job implementing what he wants his version of Memphis 901 FC to be.
Of course, and he lost a lot of really talented players last year, some of which to the Charleston Battery, but he's reloaded this year. The front office has done a good job of identifying talent, and the head coach right there, Stephen Glass, has done a great job of putting that talent together on the field and have had some good results so far. And he's got his team in a good position so far this season.
And you talked about coming into this match, if you take just a quick look at that table, both teams just ahead of the playoff line. However, both teams just a win away from being in the top 4 in a home playoff appearance. A long way to go till we get to the playoffs, but still great to be in the top 4 at any time. Well, looks like we will have a chance here for the corner. Early on here, just in the 4th minute of this match.
Colorado Springs Switchbacks have done a great job so far of really putting on the pressure to 901 FC. 901 FC have had basically no possession in their offensive half of the field. We'll see what Colorado Springs Switchbacks can make of it.
So Rocha will take the corner. They'll go about 3 high to 6, 1 in the 6 here for the Switchbacks. A little bit of movement on that, and Colorado Springs, they will draw first blood early in the 5th minute.
That was Wahab Akwe, the center back for Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. The big center back, you see him running straight to the head coach. James Chambers. It's really straightforward goal right there, Jeff. Off the set piece, off the corner kick, right onto Wahhab's head, and went right into the side panel, but he was really wide open right on top of the 6-yard box.
He is going to get his 3rd goal of the season off the corner kick, as Aiden Rocha will pick up his 1st assist of the season. Just put it really maybe about 8 yards high of the goal line and just had some room. It was not a lot of time to react in the net for Herrera. Let's take another look at it.
See the replay there. It looked like there was 2 Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC players. It was Damas and Akwe. Both of them looked like they could have scored that goal, and just kind of soft defending there from 901 FC. And Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC have come into AutoZone Park here in Memphis and have just really dominated the first 5 minutes of this match.
So a header in the 5th minute of this match. And it's exactly what Memphis 901 FC did not want, is to fall behind early, and they'll have to get their offense going. It is very capable of producing multiple goals, so still a long way to go. Let's take a look at the injury report. Nobody for the Colorado Springs Switchback, and again, Nico Brett out with a shoulder surgery for this season, so no Nico Brett tonight. And also, no Nick Dupuy. He is out, a red card in the last match against San Antonio. Even though it's not an injury, he will be out. He'll be available to come back on Wednesday. And I don't want to see had just the early possession in the 1st minute, but as you mentioned, Colorado Springs has been very good on the possession the last 4.
And really, Jeff, they've just brought the energy, really, with their pressing up top, and not a ton of possession for them either, but you can just see the way they're pressing the ball. Finally, 901 FC having some possession in the final 3rd.
Vom Stig will send it down right side to Marlin, and he will be forced out. Put it over toward the net. Herrera able to cover it up, and so Memphis looking to go down that right side early.
Jeff, that's the thing about this league. If you don't start fast, really during any period of the match, 5, 10, 15-minute period of the match, good teams like Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, who we've mentioned have won 5 league matches in a row, they're going to punish you.
Well, you have to think, if Colorado Springs, with their outstanding defense, if they put a mark, if they really mark Marlin at tonight, potentially opens up some room for a Luis Fernandez, a Dylan Borzak, someone from the midfield, maybe to have some opportunities this evening. Switchbacks will retreat. Now they'll set up possession along the right side of Foster. Foster will just drop it along that back line. So they'll spread things out, and they'll get their form. Left sideline is deflected out of bounds. That's going to stay with the Switchbacks. They're a couple of points ahead of Oakland in that 8th and final spot in the Western Division. They'll deliver it to the corner, and that'll be well ahead of anyone. So that'll get the ball back to Memphis 901 FC, and a chance for them to build from the back here in the 8th minute. Taking a look at DeLentz Pierre there out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 3 goals on the year. James Chambers encouraging his team.
You can see the intensity of James Chambers, the head coach for Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, was just like that as a player as well, Jeff, just directing traffic. Of course, nothing has changed with him on the sidelines.
Here comes Marlin looking up for Borzak. Borzak at the 18 fires, and it's deflected. Loose ball, unable to be picked up by anyone, and so it'll be Herrera who takes it in the 6.
It's good to see Dylan Borzak and 901 FC showing some life finally. Of course, this game is a long way from over, and Dylan Borzak, that man is never going to quit. You can see him pressing the ball now.
Well, the Detroit native, an opportunity, but again, that Colorado Springs Switchback defense collapses. Let's take another look at this as he had it up front just off of the heel.
Yeah, really good defending from DeLentz Pierre, the left back.
Memphis tries again in a one-timer, deflected wide, stays in bounds, opportunity, and now they will whistle the ball dead as Fernando's trying to save it along the goal line and may have got him for the touch.
Either got him for the touch or he might have been offside on that play. Either way, another good opportunity for 901 FC.
So the possession game starting to switch just a little bit here in favor of 901 FC as Memphis will bring it back. Now they'll jockey for position that time, and it's going to be Lappa. Could not come up with it. They'll go back to Sissoko. He'll switch fields.
Great switch there from Sissoko.
Ward to the left side, has a little room, his pass deflected. He was looking in, trying to find Marlin. Finds a little room again. Ward along the goal line. And it looks like that's going to be deflected. That goes out on Koa Santos. It should be a corner. See who they're going to call this out on.
Looks like it's going to be a 901 FC corner. Great work there from the captain, Akeem Ward, the left back. He's always got so much energy, whether it's getting up the pitch or doing his defensive duties 1v1. But Akeem Ward, from my opinion, he's definitely one of the best fullbacks in the USL Championship.
So here in the 10th minute, Memphis trying to get the equalizer. It'll be their first corner of the match. Looking at the backside, nothing there. Then from the top, just over the crossbar. Excellent opportunity there, just about a foot too high.
Yeah, Zach Duncan trying the half volley there. It looked like the ball just kind of hung up on him a little bit too much and kind of cut underneath that ball. And the goalkeeper, Christian Herrera, for Colorado Springs Switchbacks, had that one covered. But once again, another good opportunity for 901 FC, continuing to put pressure in the box. See on the replay here, Zach Duncan just kind of fans the ball, cuts underneath it, and no trouble at all for Herrera.
Herrera's smart to bring the hands down at the last second. He saw that one sailing high, get about a foot high of the crossbar. 11th minute, and again, Colorado Springs, the 5th minute goal off of a corner to take the early advantage here in Memphis. Switchbacks will work it to the right side. Borzak battles for it. And eventually they'll have to retreat. Turchu with the ball. He'll just get it back to Derek. He's been outstanding this season. He's 7th in the USL Championship with 34 saves. And that'll go off the back of the head right off the foot of Christian Herrera.
It's really good defending there from Herrera. Just smart just to let that ball skim off his back into the hands of Christian Herrera, who you see picks it up and just calms everything down for that Colorado Switchbacks FC back line.
Herrera, to his credit, 31 saves. That's 10th in the USL Championship. He's played 11 matches, nearly 1,000 minutes. 1,000 minutes now that we're in the 12th minute. Only has allowed the 11 goals so far this season. A lot of those early when they struggle.
Yeah, you can see he's a tall, rangy keeper, which is exactly what you want in your goalkeeper. Looks to be calm with the ball at his feet as well. So a really good talent in between the sticks for the Switchbacks.
So Memphis with a throw, and that's going to go out of bounds. So they'll have their possession move down the pitch just a little bit. So it goes out again, and now Memphis nearing the attacking third here.
Yeah, really good response over the last 5-6 minutes from 901 FC. It's almost like that goal, they need that goal to wake them up. Unfortunately, that's not how Stephen Glass would have wanted to draw that up.
Back along the back line, Sissoko out of France takes the ball. They'll work it into the middle, into the center circle. They'll reverse the field over to the left wing. Now they'll find Ward. Ward, just a little bit of room to maneuver, but you can see how smothering Colorado Springs can be. They're not going to let Memphis set up very much. Hinman, and they'll close the gap on him quickly, as again, they are going to have Foster coming in quickly. Malik Foster not letting Hinman having any room. Meanwhile, Fernando to the right side, had the ball stolen away. Counter opportunity, and they're going to go over the top. Well, Ward went for the tackle that time, lost his footing. Possession goes to Colorado Springs. Got an arm around him, no whistle. Ball continues. Play of game before the slide tackle. The ball goes out of bounds. Things getting a little physical here early.
A lot of contact there between Akeem Ward and I believe that was Malik Foster for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. I'm surprised the official didn't call the initial foul. It looked like he was allowing him to play on. You see the well done for Foster staying on his feet and trying to continue play, but good recovery as well from Akeem Ward, and Foster earns his side a corner kick.
So it'll be straight corner, no foul, despite some physical play. And here's the same spot they scored on just about 8 minutes ago. Rocha had the corner that time as well for his first assist of the season. And they'll stack it up similarly. Straight line, directly in front of Derek now. 1 inside the 6. Then 4 in the 18 on a straight line. Same formation they had when they scored. Rocha again. A little bit lower of a line drive. And had they not lost their footing, probably would have had a pretty fortunate opportunity right in front. But fortunate for Memphis, foot slid out from under the attacker.
Yeah, very fortunate for 901 FC. That ball pretty much went across the face of the 6-yard box, and Tejada looked like it was on his foot, but he couldn't quite corral that ball, couldn't quite get control of it. So some dangerous moments for 901 FC. They're really going to have to limit these corner kicks against a really dangerous Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC set piece.
Had Tejada been able to get that foot planted, it would have stuck. He would have an opportunity for his second goal of the season, but that was, she said, Juan Tejada right out in front of the net. Now Memphis having to go from deep along the back line up to midfield. We'll have a chance to get out and run, but that one fed a little bit too far ahead, and Christian Herrera another clear. That'll be touched up, and now in the attacking third for Colorado Springs, the Switchbacks now beginning to press on.
Jeff, you could see how this Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC team have been so good. We haven't even mentioned Damas's name, the prolific striker for Colorado Springs Switchbacks. One time, you see he's just kind of hanging out between the center backs for 901 FC, but that's what dangerous strikers do. They'll pop up in a matter of moments, but we've called the guys like Malik Foster's name a couple times, and Juan Tejada, busy players that so far have occupied a lot of attention for 901 FC.
And if you let Damas loose, he can burn you. The Haitian with 6 goals, that's 6 in the USL Championship in 11 matches, also has 16 shots. So you can tell that his goals per shot doesn't have to shoot a lot. He's incredibly accurate. It's not the quantity, it's the quality for Damas.
Exactly, and just the smartness of his runs as well. He's a quick player, but he uses his smarts and the timing of his runs to really get in position to score those goals. And as you mentioned, once he's in front of goal, he doesn't miss very often.
Borzak trying to go down to the left side. Now Colorado Springs, they'll go long, and it'll be Derek to pick it up into the corner. So Derek will dribble out. Zoko again over on the right side. They'll find Baumstieg. Colorado Springs applying some pressure up front. And now in the middle third. So Memphis will keep possession here. And to their credit, they'll be patient. Akeem Ward down the left side. They'll close on Ward. Sends it ahead. Onside, but a little bit too far ahead that time of Marlon.
It's a great ball from Akeem Ward, but it looks like Marlon was just offside there for 901 FC. Akwe, once again, having a very good game defensively, and of course was the goal scorer as well.
901 FC's had some opportunities after conceding that early goal in the 5th minute. They've gotten the ball into the attacking third. However, they've not put a lot of pressure on Christian Herrera yet. As you see, the Las Cruces, New Mexico native in the red kit tonight. Borzak, and that'll get out of bounds. Possession, though, will stay with 901 FC.
I think there's a foul called there as one of the Colorado Springs Switchbacks players went through the back of Bruno Lapa.
And they've let him play for the most part. Not a lot of fouls early on in this match. Into midfield, that's Zach Duncan. Zach Duncan leaves it, and they'll work it back to Sissoko. They've got Ward on the left side if that's where they want to go. Ward open a little bit. They've worked the left side for the most part this evening. Into Duncan in midfield. He'll reverse it out to the right side. Baumstieg with a little bit of a give and go. A little bit of a run. It's going to be one-on-one. They'll put it inside the 18. They look it for the top, and that's going to be wide and to the right of Herrera. They had it set up well. Hedman that time whipped the strike, but that will tail off to the left.
Yeah, lovely setup there. Started from Carson Baumstieg. We're not used to seeing him get that far up the pitch, but of course he's playing right back this evening. Lovely entry ball into Marlon, who lays it off for Hyndman. Hyndman just swipes across that one, and unfortunately nowhere near on target for 901 FC. A real wasted opportunity.
To end of the 19th minute we go early on here in Memphis at AutoZone Park, and a 1-goal advantage for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks. 50-50 ball, and will be settled and won by 901 FC as Ward again retreats to Derek. Now caught that one off the left side of his foot, shanked it a little bit out of bounds, little chili dipper there.
Yeah, a tough one right there. I mean, Akeem Ward didn't have much of a choice. He had to lay it back to his goalkeeper, Tyler Derrick, but that turf down there can be a little difficult for the goalkeeper, so Tyler Derrick did really well just to be able to clear that ball.
Excellent job by Duncan defensively to ride him off the ball and at least get that ball cleared up to midfield. That'll allow 901 FC to set up, but Switchback's going to go over the top of it again. They'll work the left corner. That pass just a little bit too ahead of Zach Zandy out of Westchester, Pennsylvania. From the back line, here comes 901 FC again. They'll set it up. This time, Memphis will go long. They've worked the possession game moving forward. Stephen Glass switching things up, trying to go long, see if he can find a striker, maybe breaking loose.
Really good defending from Colorado Springs. So far, they've been very organized from front to back. It starts with Damas up top, just not allowing the center backs to pass the ball amongst each other, and it's really congested in midfield. And the center backs for Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, Matt Mahoney and Wahab Akwe, so far have just been really organized and really capable.
Akwe goes long. 50-50 ball, and this battle is initially going to be won by Colorado Springs, but they will say it's going to be Memphis ball to throw it in. Little contact there. And you can't blame Foster to try to throw it in, try to go ahead and speed things up. I don't think that's going to work out for him, though.
They just try to ignore the call and just...
Sometimes better to ask for forgiveness than permission. There's contact in the back. And we've seen some contact early, but that time they take Barlin down near the sideline. Yeah, not enough room, and they're going to tell Delence Pierre he's going to have to back off, give him a little bit of space for the free kick.
Well, yeah, I mean, these players need some direction. I mean, Bruno Lapa, I mean, if a player's standing over the ball, after the ball's dead, as a player, you're taught to kick it off of him, and you could potentially get the other player a yellow card. So, and even here, it looked like the whistle wasn't blown yet. So, just need a little bit of direction in this game because it could get heated quickly.
Hyman again leaves it back, and they'll find Derek. Derek reverses it out left side to Turchi. Turchi goes long. Memphis may have a chance if he stays on side, but he's going to get a whistle that time. Marlin just about a step offside.
He's right on that line, which is, of course, what you want from your striker. He was almost in on goal, Jeff. That he was probably just a step offside, but, you know, I'm okay with that. You see the long ball there from Lucas Turchi, who's got such a sweet left foot. You see him just cut underneath that ball, and it's hard to see on that view because the ball had already left Lucas Turchi's foot, but also good defending from the Switchbacks. They weren't too far off, but Marlin just right on that line.
Had he been able to hold up about a step, may have had a golden opportunity from about 15 yards away once he got inside the box.
And that's exactly what 901 FC are looking for. But, of course, the Switchbacks know that, which is why you see both center backs occupying Marlin, the striker for 901 FC.
Soko will send it over to Derek. Just off to the right side there across midfield. Bob Stieg, the header. Nothing doing. It'll stay with Memphis just shy of midfield here in the 23rd minute. In the early goal, still standing up here in the 5th minute. Took contact at the back by Luis Fernando.
It's quite a bit of contact, but good pressure from Fernando. Such a hard-working winger. Earns his side a corner kick as 901 FC will take it quickly.
They'll get it to Fernando. A little bit of a give and go. They'll work out to the right side, send it back up high to Duncan. Duncan volleys it in, and that's going to be an easy save that time for Christian Herrera. I think they were looking maybe to go to the left side or to the right side that time of Herrera. Just never made it over there.
Yeah, it almost, I know they were trying to play quick there and catch the Switchbacks, but the Switchbacks were already in position. I would have liked to have just seen 901 FC just get that one in the box and allow your big center backs, Sissoko and Lucas Turchi, Carson Vom Stieg, to get in there and try to win some headers.
Middle of the 24th minute now as the Switchbacks regain the possession. See if they want to reverse it over to Akwe. He was waiting to the right, so they'll stay on the left side. Very patient team, Colorado Springs. And as you take a look at their numbers, 11 goals, that's the 3rd lowest conceded in the entire USL Championship.
Yeah, you can certainly see, you know, it's not a fluke that they've won 5 games in a row. This team from front to back, starting with Ronaldo Damas into the midfield and back to the back line and even to the goalkeeper, of course, Christian Herrera, just really solid players all across the field. Doesn't look like there's a lot of weak spots in this team.
Marlin taking off his feet. Here is the long ball. That will go out of bounds. They were, I guess, looking for Dylan Borzak, who's the closest Memphis player to it, coming in from the left side, but well ahead of him. Now Borzak comes back to help out. Trying to get a dispossession. Borzak and Ward applying a little bit of pressure. And that's just a bit of an overpass and maybe a costly one as Lapa's got the ball. He'll leave it for Vom Steeg. Vom Steeg trying to go down to the right side. Still a loose ball high of the 18. Smart play here. They'll just get it back to Hyman. They'll reset, get their shape back with possession to Ward.
Yeah, some really good defending from the Switchbacks. You saw that entry ball a couple of plays ago from Carson Vom Steeg. A lovely interception from DeLintz, the left back for the Switchbacks.
Now Marlin creeping around there in the 18 as the entry pass or the long shot's going to go well wide to the right that time of Herrera. So Vom Steeg looking, and Vom Steeg's been active here early tonight.
He's been very active, and I wonder, he's usually a center back, but he's been getting some time at right back, at fullback for 901 FC. You see him breathing a little hard, but he's a very fit player. Hasn't seen a lot of time at this position, but so far, so good. He's been getting up and down the pitch really nicely for 901 FC.
Tell you what I like, and you can speak to this as far as what Colorado Springs does. You look at their numbers and you think, well, is it a team that goes back into a shell, get an early goal? Will they sit back and just let you pepper the net but try to keep you outside the attacking third? And they're not. They're a team that's going to be aggressive defensively. They're going to pressure you from your back line. They don't want you to bring the ball up, but that also creates a lot of counterattack opportunities for the Switchbacks.
And they've got very capable players, and the head coach, James Chambers, he trusts those players. You see the ball getting to Damas right now. We'll see what he can do.
Little one-on-one with Sissoko, and that time it's going to be deflected out along the goal line.
But no, the really good players all over the pitch for Colorado Springs FC. Very mobile players as well that can press the ball, but also keep possession very nicely. And so far, they've come into AutoZone Park and have put in a really impressive performance.
Ronaldo Damas out of Hinche, Haiti. 11 games, 11 matches played, 6 goals, a couple of yellow cards, 16 shots, 12 on target this year. Rocha will take the corner from the opposite side. They've had 2 corners on the near side.
Rocha's delivery has been really impressive so far. He can really put the ball wherever he wants, which is very dangerous for 901 FC.
Rocha will leave this one low again. A lot of top spin on that ball. The first one he floated in there on the goal that Ackway got. The second corner kick, more of a line drive, but put it in there. A little bit of top spin. I don't think he got as much elevation on that kick that he wanted.
Yeah, that one might have been a little bit of the commentator's curse there.
28 minutes, still a 1-0 Colorado Springs advantage here. Hyman over to Vom Steeg, and Vom Steeg along the sideline. Now, triple will be whistled there as they took Lapa off his feet. Lapa with 4 goals this season. And we'll see if they can press up with Lapa. And as we said, Vom Steeg, and let's take a look here. Yep, got the foot in right there, just below the knee of Lapa. Looked like that may have been Hanya or Tejeda that got the leg in there. Meanwhile, caught on the line is Borzak going over there. Good screamer. They're going to get him. Quick throw in. Trying to catch Colorado Springs napping. Chance here for Duncan. It had a little bit of motion on that ball, but again punched out to the far corner.
Now, well done from Marlin, the striker for 901 FC, holding that ball up, and a great touch from Bruno Lapa as well that he's laid it off to Zach Duncan. And good on Zach Duncan, just getting a shot on goal. You never know what can happen, right, when you hit shots and hit them on goal. And it was deflection from the center back, Matt Mahoney.
Well, Mahoney touched it last, and here it comes Lapa with the corner. Just a little bit off the foot. And Duncan retreating, trying to battle for it. Nice effort by Duncan, but no one there in the corner.
Yeah, good tackle from Zach Duncan, not allowing Juan Tejada to get out on the counterattack.
So entering the 30th minute, as Herrera will weigh the Switchbacks forward.
It's been ever since the first goal from the Switchbacks, Jeff, 901 FC have had a very good response. We've seen them have really good possession in the final third, in Colorado Springs' defensive final third, and so far nothing has come of it, but a lot of pressure, and we haven't seen as much from Colorado Springs FC.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, the corner, that's the only official shot they have right now. They capitalized. Memphis with 3 shots. None on target as of yet. They've had some shots from outside the 18, but still trying to press once they get inside the box. Here's Duncan, moves it back up to Turkey. Now Ward left side, back to Turkey. And here's what I'm talking about. Colorado Springs, could it be easy? Most teams with the defensive numbers, you see them fall back. They've still got 3, 4 high. Just never really let you get comfortable.
Yeah, just very organized. And Juan Tejada, he's playing in kind of the number 10 spot for Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC, but he just really works so hard defensively and really keeps Colorado Springs as shape.
Turkey trying to send it through, deflected, counter opportunity now. Here's Foster. Foster gets around one. He'll accelerate, has a little bit of speed, and Turkey comes back. And Turkey may be fortunate, got the hand high, may have not been a lot of force, but Colorado Springs definitely wanted the foul.
Well, Foster, he's been so quick and so strong on the ball. He's really given Akeem Ward, a run for his money, and it's good defending, good help from Lucas Turkey to come over and double team. You see here a lot of contact between the two players, and Turkey might have had a handful of shirt there, and you see how Foster feels about that. He might have a case there, Jeff.
Well, the smart thing is, and you being a USL veteran and a pro veteran, you know the tricks of the trade. Get a handful of jersey, but let go immediately. As soon as they see the jersey pulled back, that's when you're going to get the foul called.
Exactly, and Eric Tattersall, the center official, I don't know if he could really see it from his angle, and I don't think the linesman could really see it from that angle as well. So Lucas Turkey, using a little bit of gamesmanship there and knowing the angles of and what buttons to push.
Well, they try to go deep down to the right side. It'll be out of bounds, and also contact made just across the midfield as Santos walks away. Again, trying to get Marlon involved here. Got a couple of early looks. His best opportunity was a ball that was about a foot offside. Would have had a one-on-one with Christian Herrera, but that's about the best opportunity that he's been afforded tonight.
Yeah, the Switchbacks have really been keying in on him, especially the two center backs, Akwe and Mahoney. Really, 901 FC, they're going to need another player, Bruno Lapa, maybe to join the attack late, and that'll probably free up Marlon Santos up top for 901 FC.
Right side looking for Foster again. Borzak all over him. Borzak a touch, and Borzak comes away with it. He's got a chance now. He's got Ward to his right. He'll go into the middle. That's going to sail through, and there's the opportunity by Fernando. Just high. Found the ball on his foot. Just a little bit up under it on the angle.
And, Jeff, that's kind of been the story of the first half right there. Great opportunity for Fernando and 901 FC, but they just haven't been able to put the ball on target in those crucial moments. And, of course, the Switchbacks did with that corner kick goal from Akwe, but right now, that's kind of the tail of the first half. Really good entry ball there from Borzak, and got a deflection and fell right to Fernando's right foot. It is his weaker right foot, but from that far out, he's probably 3 or 4 yards out. He at least got to hit the target.
Now, here's how it came in really quick, and it was Zach Zandy who it went off of it. They were trying to clear it, caught Zandy a little funny, and right back off the foot of Fernando.
Yeah, and it was probably, to be fair, probably more like 10 yards out, but Fernando, I know it's his weaker right foot, but he's a very talented player. He's got to get that one below the bar.
Same bomb. Stieg gets up under it. It goes one-on-one with Juan Tejada out of Panama City, Panama. 12th match of the year for Tejada. Unable to catch up with that, and that's going to stay with Memphis here in the 34th minute. And a yellow card. Not sure if Tejada had something to say after that or not.
Well, after the play, Jeff, after the ball was already out of bounds, he booted the ball into the stands, and it's just a big no-no and a really silly yellow card from Juan Tejada. He's had such a good game, and he worked so hard, and he might have needed to save that yellow card later on for a professional foul, but now he's already on one for such a silly, soft yellow card. He might regret that later on this game.
4th yellow card of the season for Tejada. Now Memphis will throw it inside the attacking third. They're quickly going to go into the corner. They got Fernando up there. They will lob that one up off the crossbar. Takes a Memphis bounce back in play.
Yeah, really awkward cross there from Zach Duncan and hit off the top of the crossbar. And the goalkeeper, Christian Herrera, had no idea what to do with it. But 901 FC will keep possession.
Turkey to Duncan. Sissoko down just off to the right. Now you'll see 9-0 FC. There'll be a little bit of show a little bit of patience here over to Ward. Has just a little bit of spacing. 4-4 now for Memphis. They tried a little give and go between Hyman and Ward, and now's a counter opportunity. But that one is going to be broken up. Zach Duncan did a really nice job there, not allowing Foster to even break free. Just a nice little slide tackle, punch it out of bounds, get a chance to reset.
We've seen a couple of those sliding tackles from Zach Duncan, not allowing Colorado Springs to get out on the counterattack. Of course, League Foster, we've seen how quick he is. You don't want to allow him to get the ball in open space.
Herrera up under that one in midfield. 50-50 as coming up was Lucas Churchy. Well, teams will just exchange headers here. Now Sissoko able to settle it down just enough, looking for Vom Stig, but they turn it over. Switchbacks have a counter opportunity, and the smart play there just to get it back to Derek and let him clear. Through traffic and just could not be held. They were looking to the right side, and I believe they were looking for Yoskas Honya there out of Tokyo, Japan, who's played on their under-16 and under-19 national team for a few years. Had an opportunity there, just saw it slip past.
Yeah, really good opportunity for Honya, but just went right under his foot. It's a good switch there from Fernando.
Now Ward to the left side, and they will close on him quickly if Foster was coming up from behind. They'll switch the field. Memphis, meanwhile, will have Marlin in the box, Lappa in the box, but the ball got kept out on the right side, and Colorado Springs again a chance to get the at least quick clearance before Churchy comes in and regains possession. You can see things starting to set up there in the middle between Marlin and Lappa. They just could not get it into the middle. Ward to the left. Three in the box. Memphis will bring it back out now to Lappa.
See the switchbacks with all 11 men behind the ball.
Long range, great save. Diving to his left, Christian Herrera.
Finally, 9-1 FC test the goalkeeper, Christian Herrera, see what he's made of, and he looks like he's made of a lot. He might have picked that one out of the top corner there, Jeff. What a strike that was from probably about 30, 35 yards out from Bruno Lappa. You see Herrera, now he's locked into this game. See on the replay here, Bruno Lappa finds himself in space and just unleashes a rocket right there, and that one looks like it's traveling to the top corner. Great save from Herrera.
Corner coming up. One-timer Borzak and another save.
It's coming in flurries now. Lots of opportunities for 901 FC. Another good save from Herrera. Looked like it was kind of right at him, but he did well to get his hands up quickly.
Fernando, Memphis trying to speed things up. He'll get a Vom Stig, a little give and go. With the left foot deflected, and Memphis 901 FC levels the match at a goal apiece in the 38th minute.
Great goal there from Fernando. 901 FC, third time's the charm. Testing the goalkeeper, Christian Herrera. That one took a deflection and just flew into the side panel of the net there. Great goal there for 901 FC.
Three great opportunities. Memphis comes away with the third to level this thing up at 1 each in the 38th minute. Again, JJ, it likely all started, though, with the long-distance strike on the great initial save by Christian Herrera that Lappa put in. That seemed to get Colorado Springs sped up a little bit and very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable, and 901 FC putting a lot of pressure on that switchbacks back line. What a layoff that is from Carson Vom Stig. That'll be an assist for him, and Fernando, he just hits the ball on target. It was low. It might have been traveling straight towards Herrera at first, but you never know. When you hit the ball hard and on target, it can take a deflection, as it did there. Looked like the hit off of Borzak, maybe off of his heel, and just looped right over Christian Herrera.
Well, they both team up for it. If it's Fernando, it would be his second. If it's contact off Borzak, would be his second. Regardless, it's a 1-1 match here late in the opening half, and Memphis looking for another. Marlin goes high.
When it rains, it pours, and right now, 901 FC pouring it on Colorado Springs switchbacks. Santos, that's exactly where he wants the ball, kind of right at the corner of the 18-yard box. Cut inside, he just couldn't get that one underneath the bar.
So now Memphis really applying a lot of pressure. And you can just tell since the initial strike by Lapa that forced them to make the save, and there was the quick throw in. You could just tell they were really getting things sped up here. Chance for a surge here over the last 5+ minutes in the opening half as Memphis will try to get it. Will be a goal by Fernando Baumstieg with the assist. That is the official. So Fernando, his second goal of the season.
Much deserved goal from Fernando. He's been working so hard, especially probably the last 30 minutes of this match, and put himself in a great position. Lovely layoff from Baumstieg, as you mentioned, Jeff, and great goal, great team goal from 901 FC.
To the right side, Memphis looking again. Just a little bit of a stumble in a late push that was not called, fortunately, for 901 FC. Here's Ward. Ward pops it in. The header is going to go just a little bit wide. They were looking for Lapa there.
Bruno Lapa as well, been very active in this first half. Just a terrific response after that first goal from the Switchbacks. Great ball from Akeem Ward, kind of put it right on the head of Bruno Lapa, but would have had to do a lot to score that one.
Well, you just saw there a second ago, 6-3 shot advantage or 6-1 shot advantage for Memphis. They've had 3 on goal. And again, just the lone shot for Colorado Springs in the 5th minute resulted in a goal. But Memphis has applied a lot more of the offensive pressure in this game. And again, you mentioned after the first goal was conceded by Memphis, seemed like just a switch went on for 901 FC.
And really all they need to do, Jeff, is put the ball on target. You know, you never know what can happen. You always have a chance when you hit the ball on target. You never have a chance, of course, if you hit the ball over the goal or wide. And 901 FC now are starting to be a little bit more efficient with their chances in hitting the target.
So Ganakwe with a 5th minute goal for Colorado Springs. Fernando a 38th minute goal for 901 FC. And that's where we stand here in the 42nd minute. So Soko will reverse it over to the right side. Colorado Springs, though, always a counterattack away. Meanwhile, here comes Marlin. Marlin from the right will go wide.
It's a lovely touch there from Emerson Hyman, just a flick right into the path of Marlin. Marlin, he's capable of the spectacular. You see him hyping up the crowd. These 901 FC fans in Memphis are responding. You see him smiling there. He was going for the spectacular there, and he's capable of it.
Yeah, Marlin's starting to feel it here late in the opening half. It looks like Memphis, look, quality shots are great, but right now I think you just want some volume. Throw some stuff on net. You saw right there, a ball got deflected, went in to give Memphis 901 FC their goal. They've had a couple of more balls get in there, get bounced around. Right now, with about 3 minutes plus whatever added time we may have, you just want the volume on net.
That's the theme of this first half, and it'll probably be the theme of this game. Jeff, hit the target, get the ball on frame, and you'll always have a chance. I think if 901 FC can continue to hit the frame, you know, who knows, they can end up winning this game by multiple goals. But, you know, if you don't hit the target and you let this Colorado Springs Switchbacks team hang around, who knows what can happen.
Lapa looking inside. Marlin taking off his feet, trying to keep possession. Run of play continues, no whistle. Counter opportunity, but it's broken up by Memphis. A little pressure there by Foster, and now Memphis trying to get a bit of a counter.
It's great defending from Lucas Tershi. Another good ball.
Fernando, he's got Borzak in the middle. Now trailing. Still loose in the 18, and Lapa never just could pull the trigger. The ball was on his foot. Just couldn't even find the smallest of a seam to maybe put it through.
Left foot, Jeff. If he would have just used his left foot, he didn't want to use it. He loves that right foot of his, and the right foot is magical. But if he would have just, from that distance, he's only about, right on the penalty spot, 12 yards out. Hit the ball, Bruno. Hit the ball. You can see him clap his hands. He knows what he should have done there.
Now Marlon Santos came through. He's the second man through. Borzak was first, that pass behind him. And I don't know if Marlon was trying to slide it through or if he just lost his footing. Would have had an opportunity to one-timer.
Yeah, it looked like it was just out of reach from Marlon. What a touch that is from Akeem Ward. Great ball as well.
Header just misses. Borzak again, right in the thick of things. You got to think something's going to break here for Dylan Borzak. It's a bunch that we've called his name tonight inside the 18.
He's such a brave player. You see him near post, just throwing his body, diving header. He doesn't care. You know, it could have been Christian Herrera there trying to punch the ball out, but Borzak, such a brave player, just making that near post run, and you see it deflect off of the Switchbacks defender.
Punched up off the top of the net. Now, Likely will not be much stoppage time in this one in the opening half. Couple of goals as we sitting in the 45th minute here, the opening half. Chance maybe for one more solid possession in the opener.
Yeah, it's been a really fluid first half so far. Not a lot of stopping and starting, not a lot of injuries as well. So can't imagine there being too much more than a minute of stoppage.
Memphis will try to capitalize. There's Marlin. Turns and his shot. Punch back out the corner and does a nice job to track it down. 3-minute stoppage time. So 3 additional minutes here, so plenty of time for either team. Memphis trying to capitalize. Hyman works it back outside. Again, there as you see, 3 minutes added to the opening half on a pair of goals. Teague through. Will draw the quick double team. And that'll go back to Colorado Springs. So still time for Colorado Springs to bounce something late. They'll have a long field to go, though, inside their defensive third. And again, after that corner kick in the 5th minute, really not a lot offensively. They've done okay in the mid-third, just not a lot in the attacking third.
Well, they poked the bear, and now FC really woke up after that goal and have been very good. Really, the only complaint 901 FC can have is that first 5 minutes, really probably not bringing the intensity and not hitting the target enough.
Ward now takes it back. Borzak feeds it. Looks like they were trying to set up maybe for a bicycle back toward the net that time for Luis Fernando. Is really the only thing he can get going. Now they'll try to counter out to the left side, and Duncan, or Turchi, excuse me, able to just vault it into the stands. So looking about 90 seconds or so when we get a whistle here. And I don't think that was, at least they're contending it was not an intentional. It was just a clearance, but up and into about the 10th row of stands. And well, they whistled it on Colorado Springs earlier, and it's going to go against Memphis 901 FC on Turchi here.
And to be fair, the one-on-one to Hada earlier, the ball was miles out of bounds, where that was much closer for Lucas Turchi. Maybe a little bit harsh, but I'm sure the Colorado Springs Switchbacks players will say that's fair.
Well, ball loose in front of the net. Slow roller just off to the right side is the 901 FC defense able to collapse there on Hanya. Got 1 goal in his 11 matches played so far this year. Here in the 48th minute, so roughly 30 or so seconds remaining here in the opening half. And that one just sailed out of bounds. Not sure if he's looking for Ward down along the left wing. That caught a little bit of air, and the wind is blowing to the back and to that near side tonight. Through to Foster. Oh, and he overshot to Hada. Could have had a nice 2-man game there, and he wraps his arm around Ward there, and he'll get caught for it.
It's been a great battle between those two, Malik Foster and Akeem Ward. You can see the emotion that those two play with, and they're such exciting, dynamic players as well. It's going to be a fun one to watch in the second half.
Well, an early goal by Colorado Springs, a late goal, and another yellow card is going to be issued here as they're going over. It looks like they're talking to James Chambers over there, or Stephen Glass.
Yeah, I think Stephen Glass, he didn't like that yellow card against Lucas Turchi. After the ball was booted into the stands, you see the shake of the head right there, disapproval from Stephen Glass. But I think overall, he's got to be happy with the response of his team after that Switchbacks goal, and 901 FC will look to take that momentum into the second half.
Well, that'll wrap it up for one half of action in downtown Memphis. 2 teams that have a chance maybe to get into the top 4 tonight, and one of these teams will be still trying to hang on to a playoff position. It is that bunched up. An early goal by Colorado Springs, then a goal in the 38th minute by Memphis 901 FC. That brings us to the half here in Memphis. We are all square at 1. Coming up, we'll take a look at the first half numbers, some of the highlights as well. It all comes your way from AutoZone Park. This is USL Championship Soccer. Are we coming back with a video? What we got here? Okay. I mean, I kind of know their jersey, just the fight against cancer and everything. Cancer kicker. Okay, cool. Well, a goal apiece for Colorado Springs and Memphis in the 5th minute. It was Ackway scoring his 3rd goal of the season off a corner from Aiden Rocha. Then late in the 38th minute, Luis Fernando able to find the back of the net on an assist from Carson Bobsting in a very physical match through one half of play. We continue here at AutoZone Park in downtown Memphis in just a moment. USL Championship Soccer.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
The best nights start with Jägermeister. Made with 56 botanicals. Always served ice cold.
Take a miracle to come back from this. Heartbreaking end to the season. But what's this?
For the moments when anticipation
Clock's counting down. 5 seconds. 3, 2.
becomes celebration. Jägermeister. Meister the moment.
What a moment.
Rolls it across. Cheney leaves it. Galindres! Regulation time. Doyle. And up in front. Rebound. Scores!
They're hungry for the women's game. They want to see women's soccer. They want to play women's soccer, and that's what we're building at the USL.
You can see it in my eyes, only want the best. And you're grinding every night, won't settle for less. Got me looking to the sky, got me feeling blessed. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest. Burning up inside of my chest. Got this fire burning up inside of my chest.
1-1 tie here at the half at AutoZone Park between Memphis Dynamo FC and Colorado Springs Switchbacks. Take a look at the look around the league. CBS Sports Network going to pick up one of the matches. The Oakland Roots SC. They'll be hosting Sacramento Republic July 21st. Rowdies, they knock off Sacramento. That ended their streak. They went unbeaten in the first 11 league matches of the season. Now San Antonio FC, they've acquired forward Jake LaCava via transfer from Charleston, signed him to a multi-year contract. So we're starting to kind of get the meat of things here, JJ, and always good to see more exposure there for the USL Championship.
Of course, it just shows the quality of the league to be able to be picked up by such a big network. And, you know, you've got powerhouse teams such as San Antonio FC and Tampa Bay Rowdies and Sacramento Republic, just three big-time clubs in this league. So looking forward to fans across the nation being able to experience this great product.
All right, that is what it looks around the league. And meanwhile, let's take a look at some scores. So you've got Detroit City FC, a 2-0 shutout, a clean sheet tonight over Rhode Island FC. That has gone full. Here's one you're looking at tonight. No score at the half. FC Tulsa and San Antonio. The San Antonio FC currently in 6th place, just ahead of Memphis and Colorado Springs. No score. They are in the 94th minute in Pittsburgh between the Riverhounds and the Charleston Battery. New Mexico United and Hartford Athletics scoreless in the 30th minute. Louisville City FC with a 1-0 lead over North Carolina FC in the 63rd. Then Monterey Bay and Sacramento. They'll play a little bit later tonight. That'll be a 9 o'clock Central match. And so that's a look at what is going on around the USL Championship tonight. Meanwhile, here in Memphis, Colorado Springs Switchbacks and Memphis Dynamo FC, they are all level at 1 through one half of play. All right. Okay. Highlights and stats, gotcha. Try to stretch it out a little bit. What do you need me to get? I'm just watching the halftime clock. What do you need me to get down to? About 2 minutes or 3 minutes? Oh, no more breaks? Okay, for 5 minutes then. I got
There
you.
you go.
We'll
Let's
talk.
roll. Let's
We
roll
got
with
you.
it.
Well, it's a great night to hang out on the bluff here in Memphis, Tennessee at AutoZone Park. Bring the family, and they're enjoying a good one right now. Pretty physical match that is even at 1 through one half of play, and a great night to bring out the kids. Well, here's how it started, JJ. In the very first corner, very first opportunity, it's Colorado Springs, a 5th-minute goal.
They started off hot those first 5 minutes for the Switchbacks. They came out hot, and you saw Wahab Akwe, the center back, with the goal there for the Switchbacks.
Memphis then, as you mentioned, you see the strike high really got things turned on.
They really turned it on after that Switchbacks goal. A great response is time and time again, 901 FC was pressuring the Switchbacks. You saw that opportunity there from Zach Duncan.
Memphis with the through ball, and Borzak has been incredibly active this evening.
Yeah, he's been active this evening and really all season. He's known for just that sheer work rate.
In the middle, had the opportunity, and that one, again, Memphis just getting closer and closer.
They just really struggled to hit the frame, as we saw time and time again. Fernando on this one, and a play before, I believe that was Emerson Heineman, that just did not hit the target. But time changed on this one, as you saw the layoff from Carson Vom Steeg and the shot on goal. It's a great angle right here from Luis Fernando, getting that shot on target. Looked like it might have deflected off of Dylan Borzak. Either way, ended up in the goal.
Memphis a few more opportunities, and that's the way it looks through one half of play. Colorado Springs dominated possession for about the first 5 minutes, but overall it was mostly Memphis Dynamo FC. 63% possession. You see still the only shot for Colorado Springs was the goal they scored in the 5th minute. 13 shots, now 3 on target. You probably got a few more on target if Stephen Glass had his druthers. Expected goals there. The advantage for Memphis, 5 corners, 4 901 FC, 3 for the Switchbacks. Memphis very active in the possession game with 333 passes. Only 6 total fouls. Maybe a little bit of a surprise for how physical it's been, but nothing malicious, so the officials have let them have the run of play.
Yeah, our center official, Eric Tattersall, he certainly let the boys be physical in this game. Of course, a couple of silly yellow cards in this match for balls being booted off the pitch after the play, soft yellow cards. And Stephen Glass, the head coach for 901 FC, they got a yellow card, I think, probably for running his mouth over there, so he'll have to certainly watch it in the second half. But a really a dominant performance for the last 40 minutes of the match, Jeff. Of course, the shots on target, that's that was the tail of the first half, and it's going to be the tail of the second half as well. If 901 FC, if they can just keep hitting the target, I think they've got a great chance of winning this game, not just by a goal, but potentially by multiple goals.
Well, they peppered the goal in the first half. Again, 3 of the 13 were on target, and they'll try to close that gap just a little bit and see if they can get that second goal. See what they do early in here. We talked about the slow start tonight. Let's face it, first 5 minutes, it was Colorado Springs that dictated the pace. They came out firing, controlling possession. They were the aggressor. Last 40 minutes, 901 FC the aggressor. First 5 to 10 minutes of the second half, very key to see if Stephen Glass's club can come out and dictate the pace again.
It's going to be huge. Whoever gets that second goal, either team, I think is really going to dictate the second half. Of course, we've seen great responses from both of these teams, but I think if 901 FC can get that second goal and jump out ahead 2-1, I think they'll be able to kick on to victory in this match. They've really been dominant all over the pitch since after the first 5 minutes of this game in terms of really good defending from Lucas Turchi, Sissoko, Carson Baumstieg, Akeem Ward, really across that back line. Some really good defending from this 901 FC team. Just need to hit the target. I know I sound like a broken record, but just hit the target. Keep testing the goalkeeper, Christian Herrera.
Well, what you're going to want to do, and I'm sure Stephen Glass stressed it in the locker room at the half, is make Christian Herrera work. Even though you were able to even it up, even though you got 13 shots, he's only had to come up with a couple really tough saves so far in the first half. You want things to get sped up. You want him to work. Meanwhile, for Memphis, Tyler Derrick, after that first goal, had a couple corners inside the 18, but not a lot of trouble. Let's take a look at the table here, and that's the way it looks as of right now. Memphis 901 FC in that 6th spot, Colorado Springs in the 7th, Phoenix now sitting in the 8th spot. But if you look at the table there, you win tonight in 3 points, could vault you as high as 3rd place in that Western Conference.
And boy, would that be nice for 901 FC, as once again this Western Conference is so jumbled right now. Really only New Mexico United is leading the pack, and they're kind of starting to separate themselves, as well as Sacramento Republic FC, especially if they were able to get a win tonight. Those two clubs have been kind of the cream of the crop for the Western Conference. But as you said it, Jeff, 3 through 8, the playoff positions, it's really up for the taking right there. 901 FC will certainly want to get into that top 4 and try to get home field advantage for the playoffs.
And looking at that table in the Western Conference, 3rd through 10th was just an 8-point separation. So you're 8 points. You're basically 2 to 3 matches away from going in the 10th position, 2 spots out of the playoffs, to having a home match once you get late in the fall in the playoffs for the USL.
The thing is, Jeff, I don't know if it's really going to change that much throughout the course of the season. These teams are so evenly matched. There's talent across the Western Conference.
Here we go, underway here in the second half. Memphis 901 FC and their blues. Colorado Springs wearing the whites tonight. So Memphis puts it deep, and Colorado Springs now battles for possession, but dispossessed. Looks like Ward as they will drop things back. We'll see what Baumstieg can get free over here on the right side as Derrick looks for the clearance. He'll just send it long into the middle third. Coming up a little bit that time with Hindman. It's good. You see Colorado Springs push forward, not let Memphis get comfortable and get that possession game. Sissoko now passes up Baumstieg. He'll come on down into the mid-third. Dispossessed. Now Switchbacks have an opportunity. Along the left side. This looked like Hanya lost his balance there, trying to go to the left side. Good defense by Memphis just maybe mix his footing up.
Yeah, probably trying to do a little bit too much. Panya was there on the dribbling, and great defensive position and posture from Carson Vom Steeg. He's such a good 1v1 defender.
This one just punched out, nothing going. Things getting a little too bunched up there back near the sideline. That's going to get whistled offside. Sissoko called it himself. They had Damas breaking through. Now, Damas had got past the defense, but he was a good 5 to 10 yards behind the last defender.
You certainly don't want to get him 1v1 with the goalkeeper, Tyler Derrick. As we mentioned it before, he's so efficient in front of goal. He's got 6 goals throughout the first 12 matches of this season. He's it's 60 goals throughout his career across the top 2 divisions in the USL. Really one of the best strikers in this league.
Yeah, and we talked about it. He was really kind of a non-factor in the opening half. Damas, and you had mentioned that about the first 15, 20 minutes into the opening half. And likely because most teams, just like Memphis Dynamo FC, going to put a mark on him, not let him have the opportunities he usually has. Same thing with Marlon for Memphis. He had a couple of touches, but Colorado Springs did a nice job to mark him, kind of keep him out of at least the main fray.
Well, both of these players, Jeff, especially Damas, he doesn't need a lot of touches. You know, you almost forget about him throughout the course of the game because it's almost like he's just chilling between the 2 center backs. But as soon as he gets the ball in and around the 18-yard box, it's goal time. He doesn't need very many opportunities at all to put the ball in the back of the net.
Delance Pierre gave it back up on the throw-in. Fernando to the right side. Nice move to his left. Fernando found the seam. Up high, the shot, and that is just tipped wide. Nice opportunity for Memphis again. They're starting to put a little bit more pressure now on Christian Herrera.
Nice easy stroke there from Emerson Hyndman from about 25 yards out. Just unleashed that ball on his right foot. Saw the work right here. Great dribbling from Luis Fernando. And looks like he drew about 5 or 6 Colorado Springs Switchbacks players and laid it off to Hyndman, who just unleashed a rocket.
Lapa, the corner. High the 6. Still a bit of a 50-50 ball, and it looks like Turchi's going to get whistled for the push.
Yeah, smart foul there from Turchi. He does have to be careful, Jeff. He is sitting on a yellow card. So you see the strike here from Hyndman, and a lovely save. Perry getting that big left paw up and over was Herrera. Once again, another good save from him, but now I want to see if they continue to put the ball on target. I think some really good things will happen for them in the second half.
Well, Herrera used that big 6'7", 210-pound frame. He's got a long wingspan at 6'7". He needed, because it looked like he shifted over. Maybe he took a little bit of a misstep, maybe misjudged it initially, but at 6'7", you can afford to shuffle just a little bit.
And that ball might have been knuckling a little bit too. Hyndman hit it with such pace. And a lot of times these great select balls, they might get a little bit of awkward movement there if you hit it hard enough.
Back into the mid-third. Colorado Springs will settle it down. Turn it over now. 901 FC, a chance for a counter. Does he have the acceleration? And that's going to get broken up. Nice run that time. Lapa just trying to get past. After the initial move, though, they were able to get in the middle and deflect. It actually looked like Marlon trying to get the run there on the right side. They did just enough to ride him off the ball.
Excellent recovery from the Switchbacks. I believe that was Delance Pierre, the left back for the Switchbacks, who was able to get in position, got his body in front of the ball, and it dropped his body a little easy, but it was definitely a foul from Marlon. You could see how frustrated he is with that one. I think maybe if Marlon, if he would have just held the ball up just a little bit and allowed those runners, it looked like it was Bruno Lapa, Luis Fernando sprinting to get into position, but got to give credit where credit's due.
Now off the right foot of Fernando, goes in. They'll turn looking for Marlon on the right side, and a one-timer from Zach Duncan is high.
You can see Dylan Borzak was wide open. Zach Duncan a little bit frustrated with himself, maybe a lot of bit frustrated with himself. Once again, you got to hit the target at least to test Christian Herrera. He's made some spectacular saves, but you'll never know if you don't hit the target. So you see some good ball movement there, and it did pop up for Duncan, but that would have been a really ambitious, spectacular effort.
51st minute, 6 minutes into the second half here. Memphis continues to apply the pressure. And when contact made, he took one in the midsection, just shy of midfield. He'll be okay. Marlon up.
Maybe Marlon asking for maybe a high boot or caught an errant arm there from Wahab Akwe, the center back for the Switchbacks. He's a really physical defender.
Yeah, 50-50 there. And Memphis will grab it about 30 yards high. Borzak now goes into that far corner. Has a 1v1 right now. Decided there's nowhere to maneuver, so he just goes back up the midfield.
Kind of fired that ball at Emerson Hyndman. Emerson Hyndman kind of turned back and looked at him like, oh, is that for me or was that for farther back? And really a wasted opportunity for 901 FC. They were in the defensive third. We're in the final third and played the ball back.
Yeah, but possession just never really developed.
Yeah, just never developed. You want to at least try to get those balls inside the box.
And Fernando got up under him. He'll be whistled for the foul.
But overall it's been a really good start for 901 FC. They've started this the second half flying, getting a lot of opportunities, getting shots on goal that had to have been a topic of discussion at halftime for Stephen Glass. You can see the replay here, both players getting up and some arm action there from Luis Fernando.
Well, anytime Zach Zanny goes down, if you're a Colorado Springs Switchback fan, you're going to kind of hold your breath. Started out really well last year, but then a foot injury ended his season. That one just off to the far side. But Zandy was a Villanova Wildcat coming out of college, fourth year with Colorado Springs, but again missed the majority of the season with that foot injury last year.
Yeah, really good player, and you saw the opportunity here from Damas. It was a great header. He rose up really well, and I'll tell you what, if that one was on target, that would have beaten Tyler Dare.
Switchback starting to press up a little bit, and they're going to have a good opportunity here. There's going to be a foul. They're going to have a free kick right on the edge of the attacking third as they took Foster off his feet. Again, as we had talked to, has been very active. May have got tied up with Akeem Ward that time.
Yeah, probably deserved yellow card there. Akeem Ward came in late. Malik Foster, he's just so quick on that right-hand side of the field for Colorado Springs Switchbacks. You see Akeem Ward, he's upset with himself, upset with the referees, but I think it was a fair call here, as you can see. And yeah, it looked like he caught him pretty good there. And Malik Foster would have been 1v1 with Lucas Turchi there. And I think he probably would have had to give him the advantage to Malik Foster with his pace.
He was able to get the foot down from going high, but he caught that ankle.
He caught that ankle, and Malik Foster was in a pretty dangerous position sprinting towards goal.
So you got Foster, you got Tejada right along the 18. Looks like Pierre down low on the near side. Mahoney sitting in there as well, getting ready for this kick. Well, low line drive headed out. The follow is sent back as well. And Borzak, nice job that time, body on body.
Great tackle from Borzak, but really a wasted free kick from Rocha. As good as he was in the first 30 minutes of this match, he's been pretty poor on the set pieces.
Only a whistle maybe behind the play there. Not sure we got some contact or not.
I think it was offside.
Yeah.
Not sure if that was Bruno Lapa. That might have come from an offside position. As you see Stephen Glass again shaking his head.
Well, that's the frustration. You've got everything working in the middle of third. Someone strays just a little too far. Here's the strike from about 25 yards away, and that one's well high.
Yeah, again, would have been a really spectacular effort from Zandy. Would have been a screamer, but just couldn't get that ball underneath the bar.
So Derek, and they'll press up a little bit on Derek. Not going to let him camp out back there. Marlon turns, will get it back to Duncan. Duncan will drop it back off. Sissoko, nowhere to go. Again, they have Ronaldo Damas again trying to be more active. A little bit different than we saw in the first half. Not going to say they're leaving the cherry picker back there, but Damas is going to be ready. If they get a counterattack, try to break him free.
Oh, I'm sure the head coach, James Chambers, for the Switchbacks have instructed him to stay high, almost like a cherry-picking role, because it doesn't do the Switchbacks any good if he's 50 yards away from goal. They need him occupying the two center backs, Sissoko and Turchi, for 901 FC. Keep Damas up high. As we see here, almost a foul there from Sissoko.
And Sissoko got his arms wrapped around him. Again, no whistle that time. I'll say this for the officials tonight. thought they have caught a good match because, look, it's gotten physical. Unless you've seen something malicious, they've let them play on tonight. Now, you saw they're starting to let you get away with a little bit more. Eventually, they're going to start whistling some of these fouls late, and they just got that one. It's a late call as they go racing back toward the near side of the pitch.
Yeah, he's playing the advantage there, and a long advantage was played, and I'm sure Stephen Glass would have been really upset if that foul wasn't called, but good job on the head official, Eric Tattersall, bringing that play back and giving the foul to 901 FC.
Well, now the players, let's be honest on both sides. They've let them play physical in the first half. Here in the first 11, 12 minutes of the second half, you're going to test the limits, see kind of what you can get away with. We've seen some jersey grabs tonight, some arms around. How much can you get away with without letting your opponent get that opportunity to break free?
Absolutely, and you wouldn't expect anything less from this match, but for it to be a heated affair. These are two really good teams and really close together in the table. Big implications in this match. What a ball that is from Hyndman.
Here's Lappa. Lappa's got one-on-one. Rolls it along the ground. Bicycle opportunity. Just never got a lot on that one as that sails just off to the right side. Fernando looking for it from about 10.
Good opportunity there from 901 FC, and Fernando trying the overhead kick, but you see him dapping up his Brazilian teammate there, Bruno Lapa. I'm actually fine with this right there. Just shoot the ball, get the ball, and that was on target as well. Might have been traveling to the far post. Saw it popped up nicely for Fernando, but got another opportunity.
Meanwhile, great save by Derek.
Lovely save from Derek there. Malik Foster once again getting in position.
Point blank opportunity as that one got down on them quickly that time.
And that's what the Switchbacks can do. That's how much speed they have up top. The counterattack can be so quick for the Colorado Springs Switchbacks team. See on the replay here, Malik Foster just getting right by Turgey, but what a save this is from Tyler Derrick. Big right hand there.
You know what Derek did there is he saw the one-on-one coming, raced out, closed the gap, just cut down the angle.
Cut down the angle and stayed strong, stayed upright, and got a big right paw on the ball.
Kept it bound, arm extended, no whistle, so they're still going to let him play on. That was Delence Pierre. They got the hand on him.
What a touch that is from Malik Foster right there. Just popped it right over Akeem Ward. Great battle in the second half.
Switchbacks have it off to the right side. 3 in the 18. Entry pass not there, deflected away. They'll reverse it. Now left wing. Up the left foot, little bit of movement that time, and they were again looking for Damas.
Smart defending from Akeem Ward as well, just to head it back to Tyler Derrick. Settle this thing down. Although it's been really back and forth as we enter the hour mark in this match, Jeff.
Into the 60th minute, we go. Fernando to the right side. He'll accelerate toward the corner. Has the one-on-one. Cuts to the right through. That one's headed out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick coming up for Memphis 901 FC.
Great work on the right-hand side of the pitch from Luis Fernando. Good patient defending from Delence Pierre, the left back for the Switchbacks as well. But saw Fernando, he always wants to try to cut it back on his left foot. You see him on that left foot, but just takes him right down the line, and a good cross to the right foot, but great defending there from Koa Santos to head the ball out of bounds.
I know he's frustrated with himself, but it's not bad. He had Borzak right behind him. Borzak would have had a point-blank shot. So it's not the worst thing to give Memphis 901 FC a corner kick.
And that, I don't know if he was frustrated with himself or with the team defending, but that's really all he could do is a good header, smart defending from Koa Santos, the right back for the Switchbacks.
Still a 1-1 match here. Both goals scored in the opening half. Colorado Springs in the 5th, Memphis in the 38th minute. Again, they let these two clubs play on tonight. Sissoko, just a little bit of room over to Von Steeg. They'll find Fernando to the right. Has Von Steeg to his left. That's where he goes. So a two-man game here of Fernando and Von Steeg. Von Steeg will go. Fernando looking for the back door. Little bit of room. They tried to set up. Looked like they were looking for Bruno Lapa that was about 15 yards out.
Yeah, what a switch that was from Fernando. Switched it all the way across the field to Akeem Ward. Akeem Ward trying to cut back, but couldn't quite get enough on it. It was good positioning and good defending from the Switchbacks.
Now Ward's got it. Ward, nifty little move there. Lobs it in off the initial header. Borzak. Just not enough on that one. It's going to be an easy pickup for Christian Herrera.
See 901 FC turning up the pace, turning up the temperature in this game, starting to put more and more pressure on this Switchbacks team.
Well, that's what made Colorado Springs a little uncomfortable the last 10-12 minutes of the opening half. Sissoko got tied up. Damas really trying to press. And looks like we get the foul called on Damas there. Took Sissoko off his feet.
Sissoko's had a really nice match in this game. He stood strong. He's such an imposing figure at center back for 901 FC. And he's taken this challenge against Ronaldo Damas really seriously and really nicely.
Fieldberg looks like he may be coming in here for Colorado Springs. Jonas Fieldberg.
It's interesting, Malik Foster coming off. He's been so dangerous for the Switchbacks, coming off right around the hour mark, unless he's tired, but he's been such a weapon for Colorado Springs Switchbacks, and you see him going off the pitch on the opposite side of the field. I don't think he's happy at all. Really interesting substitution for James Chamber and the Switchbacks.
Now, unless he's complained of cramping, which has been no indication of that tonight, or fatigue, and there's no indication of that tonight. Kind of a, as you mentioned, a curious move. They're going to bring in Fieldberg, who's played 6 matches, has not scored this season. He's played longest 114 minutes. It's his second season with the Switchbacks. He was acquired midway through last season. Made a pretty big impact, had 20 appearances last year, but coming in here, a guy with just 114 minutes, hoping maybe to energize the Switchback club, I guess, is the thought process.
I mean, Foster was the Switchbacks' most dangerous attacking player.
So Ward will watch that roll out of bounds. Quick throw in. He'll move it back up to Hyndman. Hyndman back, and Damas again being very, very active up front. They're leaving him extremely high for any counter opportunity, and it's also providing them a little bit of luxury for the fact that it's not going to let anyone along the back line for Memphis, where it be Sissoko, Ward, Churchy, Baumstead, really to get comfortable back there.
Oh, absolutely. He's a pressure relieving device, if you will, for the Switchbacks. You don't want to just have 11 men behind the ball, because then you just get pinned back there. You just invite pressure, and that didn't work for him in the first half. So they need to start getting the ball up to Damas and up to Fieldberg and up to Hanya. But I suspect we'll probably see more substitutions from the Switchbacks, and probably from 901 FC as well, as they've got some real talent on the bench.
Well, over an hour now into the 65th minute in a 1-1 match. Over Sissoko's head. Memphis had the safety there to Borzak. And Borzak goes down, and Memphis will get the kick at midfield.
You saw Rocha. He said he claimed he got the ball, but the problem was he went right over the back of Dylan Borzak, who, again, he's just all over the pitch. He just works so hard. It's been a pleasure watching him in this game. See on the replay here, Rocha just gets up early. I don't even know if he got ball, actually. Just went right to the back of Borzak, and easy call from Tattersall.
Well, we remain even at a goal apiece. So 63% possession by Memphis at this point. So they've been able to maintain that consistency that they had through one half of play. Duels, though, have been won by just a slum margin, 52.4% by Colorado Springs. Not a lot of duels tonight, though. Baumstead goes down the right corner. There's the arm extended. That wasn't the hardest contact we've seen tonight, JJ, but when Mahoney put the arm extended right in front of the official, you know it's coming.
Oh, it was definitely a foul. Now, a yellow card, that might have been a little bit harsh from the center official, Eric Tattersall. See a good replay here. He went through the back, of course. Definitely a foul on Marlon Santos. You see Stephen Glass with the hands on the head. It's a foul, but maybe a little bit harsh to give the skipper, Matt Mahoney, a yellow card. Either way, some great possession for Memphis 901 FC, and they'll have a really dangerous free kick opportunity.
One of your more disciplined players, just a second yellow card of the season for Mahoney out of Poughkeepsie, New York.
It's So several defensive players for both of these teams. Mahoney, of course, the center back for Colorado Springs, sitting on a yellow card, and Lucas Turchi and Akeem Ward for 901 FC, two backline players for 901 FC, also sitting on yellow cards. So wouldn't be surprised if we essentially saw 2 yellow cards in a red for either one of these teams.
Fernando and Marlin inside the box, about 10 yards high. There's a header. One quick deflection. Honyan, not a lot on that one. Didn't get the clearance he wanted. Nearly got fortunate, but that ball falls to the foot of Lapa. He'll reverse it just to the left. Pushes in, a little 50-50 in contact made, and Herrera hangs on to it. And then a little bit of shove, and here comes the big 6'7" keeper. He did not like the contact, and now Memphis is going to draw a yellow as well on contact.
Yeah, that'll be Zach Duncan getting the yellow card for undercutting the big goalkeeper, Christian Herrera, who's now on the ground after popping up quickly and getting in the face of Zach Duncan. See, the ball is floated up, chipped up there from Lucas Turchi. It was always going to be Christian Herrera's ball, and Zach Duncan just being a little bit clumsy there and careening into Christian Herrera. No harm, no foul. Didn't mean too much by it. You see Delence Pierre giving him a shove, and Christian Herrera not pleased with it. It didn't look like he was injured before. It looks like he's back up now. He's healed, Jeff.
Miracles of modern medicine. Looked like Duncan immediately knew what he had done. He went in, like you mentioned, a little clumsy, maybe the momentum carried, couldn't throw the brakes on, but he knew once contact was made, there, yellow card's coming. It's hard not to get up under someone who's 6'7".
Exactly. You see Christian Herrera doing some stretching now, maybe a little bit of gamesmanship now here from the 6'7" goalkeeper. Is right now, this is a good result for Colorado Springs, Jeff. 1-1, getting a point on the road. That would be a slight victory, if you will, for the Switchbacks. So 901 FC, they'll need to once again start to speed this thing up and get more shots on target.
And for Colorado Springs, let's face it, the yellow card that came on Duncan, sit down there, stretch out a little bit, kind of a free 30-second timeout to kind of settle things down for you, with Memphis really applying a lot of pressure.
Exactly. The Switchbacks, they'll be looking to waste as much time as possible, although there's still 20-plus minutes left in this match.
Baumstein back. We know another switchback down on the pitch here in the 69th minute. That time they're trying to get it to Honya. Started to call his name a little bit. So you see there Williams. Maybe Tejada coming off the pitch.
Yeah, Tejada, he's a player that puts in such a big shift every match. It'd be hard for him to complete 90 minutes, although he's a very fit player. But this player they're bringing on, Speedy Williams, they're going to bring him on into the midfield for Colorado Springs Switchbacks. He's such a he's a veteran player in this league, such a talented player. He'll come in and really swing the ball around for this Colorado Springs offense.
Veteran, a 30-year-old, second season with the Switchbacks. 35 matches a year ago, had 4 assists, won 105 duels. '70th minute, about to go into minute number 71. They tried to center, looking for Borzak, overshot him just a little bit. That time, Kua Santos out of Hawaii, able to screen him off the ball, and that'll get the possession here for Colorado Springs. Now, I think they're telling him, look, you can have a run up, not that much.
Yeah, he's trying to creep up that sideline.
10th match of the year for Santos. Wow, that just caught him funny. Caught him in the face.
Yeah. Looked like Akeem Ward. He was trying to either pass the ball to clear the ball out with his left foot, and it just took an awkward bounce and hit him right in the face. And good on the center official, Eric Tattersall, for kind of stopping play for a moment just to make sure that the cobwebs are cleared for Akeem Ward, but he's tough as nails. See on the replay here, Akeem Ward does well to get in position and tries to clear the ball off, and it just popped him right in the face there. Probably rung his bell a little bit.
Trying to set it up, just caught an odd angle and kicked the ball right off his nose, and then your eyes watered and everything. Just needed a second there. Good to see that he's okay. Now that will probably make the USL blooper reel.
Well, yeah, that'll be certainly be one to remember for Akeem Ward. And if 901 FC get a good result out of this match, he can laugh about it later. If not, I think it'll just add insult to injury.
72nd minute. Still all the scoring in the opening half.
Yeah, I definitely still think, Jeff, there's got to be another goal left in this match. Both these teams are still pretty wide open right now, looking for the second goal.
18-5 shot advantage, and they had an opportunity there, but fortunately for 901 FC, Tanner Derrick able to get out there quickly and get the ball away.
Yeah, almost looked like a little bit of a mistouch there from Carson Vom Steeg, but as you mentioned it, Jeff, Tyler Derrick, he's such a veteran goalkeeper. He's always ready to pounce off his line.
Well, he cut down a one-timer early in the half, cut down an angle. He's going to have to do that again with Damas looking to make some runs here. See Damas again. That's going to be too far out of his reach to really make a push for Derrick to come to Vom Steeg. And that's one thing Derrick, and he realizes that he will have to be a little aggressive out of the box tonight on any ball sent over the top, because, you know, Damas is going to take the initiative. 19-5 shot advantage, 4-2 shots on target tonight in favor of 901 FC. They're going to come over and have a little bit of a talk here at Delence Pierre. Yellow card. We're starting to see the yellows add up now.
Absolutely. Both players on the left-hand side of the defense now for Colorado Springs Switchbacks have yellow cards. Delence Pierre, the left back for Colorado Springs, as well as Matt Mahoney, the left center back for the Switchbacks, both sitting on yellow cards. So 901 FC will certainly want to exploit that with Luis Fernando on the left-hand side. Or excuse me, on the right-hand side for 901 FC.
Been 15 fouls in tonight's match, 8 on 901 FC, 7 on the Switchbacks. 3 yellow cards on Memphis, 2 on Colorado Springs. Ward, being pressured from behind, able to work it out to Turchi. Now Turchi doesn't like what he sees ahead. Quickly back to Derrick, feeds it right back to Turchi. They'll swing it out to Vom Steeg. He's got a little bit of room to maneuver. Stephen Glass telling everyone else to get forward. Right corner, Fernando stays on side. Back out to Vom Steeg. Off the head, that'll just go out of bounds.
It's good patience from 901 FC.
Vom Steeg, a little bit of room, sending it there. Just white kits there on the near side of the box. Memphis keeps it though. Hyman turns, swings it back, finds Fernando. Has Vom Steeg back if he doesn't have a lot of room, but he is going to take the initiative. Into the center. Here's Hyman. Vom Steeg waits to the right. He has Duncan down to the corner. Instead, goes into the 18 and a header over net.
It's good defending from Colorado Springs. Stayed in their blocks of 4. Didn't allow 901 FC to get in behind them, as Marlon Santos trying for the somewhat spectacular header there, but just popped it over the bar. You saw Carson Vom Steeg maybe getting a little bit impatient, just chipping that ball up into the box. Not a bad effort, but solid defending from Matt Mahoney and his Switchbacks back line.
Now, Marlon knew that was going to be high. You could tell that he was trying to direct it to his left. Just couldn't get the angle down on it. Just across midfield. Now to go out of bounds right in front of the scores table. Quick throw in here for Colorado Springs. They're a little bit congested as they'll try to find a little bit of open space. Now they're able to find some room. Now Duncan punched it down. No one home in Colorado Springs. We'll take a look at things. Now, poor pass there. Not a lot on that one. And Vomsteeg, the easy pickup. Fernando has Vomsteeg. Now Vomsteeg's got some room. He's got 3 in the middle. Looks for the back door. Just couldn't connect on it. Bruno Lapa had an opportunity. That ball got up high. Couldn't settle it down enough to get a solid strike.
Yeah, it was a great cross from Carson Vomsteeg. What a touch it was from Bruno Lapa. And really the second touch, it was going to be on goal, but just didn't get enough on that strike. But it was a great recovery from Koa Santos, the right back for the Switchbacks.
Lapa, little bit of movement. Fernando leaves it, and that one is deflected over the net. Great opportunity for Memphis 901 FC, and unfortunate deflection for Memphis.
Great effort from Lucas Turchi, the left center back for 901 FC. He's got such a strong left foot, but some last-ditch defending from the Switchbacks.
Lapa again puts it on the line, 5 yards out. Ward heads it back over. Hyman, now they'll send it through. Sissoko is up. That'll lead him too much.
Got to give a lot of credit to Colorado Springs. This defending of theirs, it's been right on time. A couple of balls cleared off the line to the corner kick here. Settled down nicely for Fernando. Just lays it off to Lucas Turchi, and whew, really fortunate for Colorado Springs Switchbacks just to get that ball, get a touch on that ball and send it over the bar.
You know, somebody got a foot in there. That was going to be in the back of the net. And now the challenge for Stephen Glass is to keep his team encouraged. You've got 24 shots overall, 5 on target. And this is what he's talked about. He talked about it in his press earlier this week. A little frustrating at times to get the opportunity, sometimes not the results.
And all these players, they put in a good shift for 901 FC, but at what point, does he look down his bench and
Duncan through ball untouched. You see the possession 64 to 36% right now. And Memphis out shooting Colorado Springs 24-5.
Yeah, it's been a great second half for 901 FC. They really continued from where they left off in the first half. Just have done everything right besides put the ball in the back of the net.
Frustrating thing, only 5 on target. So that one comes in. Deflection, and Colorado Springs is going to have a chance to get it out of here. Honya, boy, they got on him quickly. Lapa did not give him any room to maneuver, but he gets away.
What tackle that is from Zach Duncan. Ooh, he's got to be a little bit careful. He is sitting on a yellow card, but you see him there limping a little bit there, but he's such a fit player. He gets all over the pitch so nicely. A lot of speed. Got to hope he's okay. Might have been just a little bit of an impact injury on that slide tackle.
Memphis have now 25 shots, only 5 on target. Only 20% on target so far tonight.
Yeah, and that's been the real issue, is just those shots on target. Make Christian Herrera work, which they have made him work on a couple opportunities, but he's capable of being beaten. 901 FC, if you hit the ball on target and get deflections, you never know what can happen. You see Zach Duncan go down.
Not sure if he's starting to catch a cramp. Looks like he is.
Yeah, it's hot and humid out there, and of course he's in that midfield playing the number 8 role, box-to-box midfielder. I don't know if there's enough fluids that you can take in throughout the course of a match for how much you sweat, but it also looked like on that slide tackle, he might have landed a little bit hard and might have thrown off something there in that right hip.
Well, it is early June in the Delta, 79 degrees right now, 69% humidity. It's not particularly hot here at this point of the year in June in Memphis. However, it's always the humidity. You see on that slide tackle, and here's where he's going to catch it. You can see him probably when he starts to get up, catches it. You can see the limp right there as he tries to backpedal away. Carriega and Meza looking to come in. Carriega out of Argentina. Noe Meza out of Sunnyside, Washington, is now checked in. Meza in his 8th match, now his 9th match of the season. Carriega gives you a little bit of scoring threat, a couple of goals on the season.
Absolutely, he's a very capable offensive talent. You see Stephen Glass and Dylan Borzak embracing there. Really good shift from that man, Dylan Borzak. Had a couple of opportunities and really did well defensively, as he always does. But yeah, Karyaga he brings you a lot offensively, and he settles the ball down. As we see him on the ball here, he's a left-footed player, got a really magical left foot. Noe Meza as well, a talented attacking winger. So be good to see what these players can provide for Stephen Glass, giving 901 FC a different look.
Karyaga looked to the left side. I'm not sure if he wanted Hyman or someone else to sweep down the left side, but that one just rolls out of bounds.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication there between Hyman and Karyaga.
Colorado Springs returns the favor.
Yeah. Get a little sloppy here, a little bit of a letdown. So we got about 10 minutes plus left in this match, but I think these two teams are way too talented, way too good to let this game get out of hand. I think there's going to really be some great opportunities as we head in the final minutes of this match.
Well, and here's the challenging part of the evening. Now Memphis a chance. Just cannot control it. Now it's going to be sit back away, but now Memphis, another opportunity from the right side. Sent. One deflection in the air, and that one's going to be caught on the crossbar that time by Herrera. Another good opportunity there, and Lava just couldn't get enough on it.
Yeah, some exciting moments in this match for 901 FC. You saw Bruno Lapa wanted a little bit of a foul there. He said he got pushed in the back as he was trying that bicycle kick, that overhead attempt. Would have been spectacular. And a couple moments before that, Noe Meza with a couple of spectacular touches. Thought he was going to be able to get a shot on goal, but didn't quite happen that way.
Well, switch back down here in the 83rd minute. So you're going to get some time tacked on here tonight. Again, we had the yellow card when Duncan went up under Herrera, and that cost you a couple of minutes. A couple of players going down with a cramp. We had 3 minutes extra time added at the first half. We could be looking at 4 or 5 minutes before it's all said and done on added time in this match.
Absolutely. Lots of substitutions at the end of this match as well.
Zandy and Huerman will switch out. Challenge here now, JJ. You know this from your playing days in a match like this that's been pretty fast pace. It's warm, it's humid tonight. Body's starting to break down. It's just to stay locked in mentally. The team that can stay locked in here over the next 10 or so minutes, 10 plus minutes, definitely an advantage here. It's easy to fall asleep, but all of a sudden someone's passed on a counterattack opportunity.
Of course, that mental fortitude is what's going to be key in this match. Both teams are really pretty even so far. I think actually I'd probably give the edge to 901 FC, but 901 FC just haven't been able to get enough shots on goal.
Here's Huerman getting ready to check in, as well as Marco Rios. That's a big sub now. Now you got Damas off the pitch.
Big time sub, and maybe a smart sub from James Chambers. He understands what his players are capable of. Damas really didn't do too much in this match, but he is one of those players, Jeff, that can pop up with something out of nothing. But I think James Chambers wants a little bit more activity from his striker, whether that be defensive or offensive, maybe make a few more runs to get in front of goal. But kudos to 901 FC, Sissoko and Lucas Turchi doing a great job on Ronaldo Damas.
So Marco Rios out of Pueblo, Colorado, started with the Switchbacks a season ago in the USL Academy contract. 5 appearances for Colorado Springs last season. A little bit more time this year after the Academy and a handful of appearances to be at the big club in the USL Championship. 85th minute. Just across midfield. Mays at nothing doing right now for Memphis 901 FC. Now to give up the free kick on the foul.
I'm not sure what was called there, Jeff. It was either a foul or maybe a handball on Noe Meza.
Must have been handball, nothing put on the board. Still 8-7. 15 total fouls in this match. And that's where you got to stay locked in there. Nice job by 901 FC. Easy to think the next guy's going to pick it up defensively, and all of a sudden they got a clear run to the net.
Exactly. We got a kind of a mixture of fresh legs and tired legs out there. Some fresh legs in the attacking end for both of these teams, and maybe some tired legs defensively for both of these teams as well as players sitting on yellow cards. So should be a really exciting final. And we'll see. Maybe we might get 4 or 5 minutes of stoppage time, so there might still be about 10 minutes left in this match.
Pierre went long on that throw into the left side. Little contact. Here's some movement, some acceleration. Boy, nice save to keep it in. But Memphis had 3 kits there to clear it. And now here comes 901 FC. That's Fernando. Looking to the back door. Header is going to be wide to the right of Herrera.
Take what a flick that was from Marlon Santos, just to flick it into the path of Luis Fernando, who swung in a really good ball, right-footed ball, and onto the head of Noe Meza. Noe Meza was kind of fading away there, Jeff, and was trying for the header opportunity. Would have taken a really spectacular effort to be able to get the ball in frame and into the back of the net, beating that man, the 6'7" goalkeeper, Christian Herrera.
Meza in his night match, he's had 5 shots on the season. Low line drive, some top spin. Oh, that's going to be too far ahead. Likely may have been offside. It was going to be close. Marlon was making a run there. May have got the benefit of the doubt, not quite sure.
Yeah, I think he was onside, Jeff. Otherwise, I think the flag would have gone up. If Noe Meza would have just taken maybe a little bit off of that ball, would have been right into the path of Marlon.
Now Herrera toward the sideline. 88th minute. Again, as you and I have talked, I think we're both in agreement. We're looking at 4 or 5 minutes, not official yet. That would be our guess of added time.
Yeah, 901 FC, they're certainly still hungry. They won all 3 points out of this match. You're here at home. I think Colorado Springs, they would definitely be very happy with this result. Of course, picking up a point on the road in a hostile environment. But as I said it before, I think there's probably still a good 2 or maybe 3 chances left in this match for 901 FC.
Off to the right side, it's going to be Fernando. 2 in the box now, 3 in the box. As Lapa came in, they'll keep it high. They wanted a long strike from Hyman. It's deflected quickly out. He had a defender about 3 yards ahead. Memphis keeps possession in the 89th minute. Meza turns, gives it up. They've got Baumstieg on the back. Fernando tried to scoot it through, looking for Marlon. Never could get it. You see, they're marking Marlon to no surprise.
Yeah, they're tight on Marlon. Touch tight on Marlon and Luis Fernando. They know those are the 2 danger men for 901 FC. It's a great tackle there from Sissoko.
An outstanding job.
Wait a nutmeg there.
Yeah, they had Honya racing down the left wing. Yeah, Mesa lost his footing. '90th minute here in Memphis. And Sissoko did a nice job of screening, and I believe that's Honya got his arm around him and get the whistle.
Yeah, great defensive effort once again from Sissoko. He's been such a leader, such an imposing figure on that back line. Good on the ball as well.
It's Rios, excuse me, that got his arm around him. Sissoko. Now to get back to Hyman. Hyman's got a little bit of room to maneuver. Here comes Rios to close the gap. A little bit after play action there is Marlon a little frustrated there. First hint of real frustration from Marlon tonight to see got tied up with Honya.
No harm, no foul though between the 2 players. Looked like a little bit of frustration, but Marlon got out of the situation quickly.
So there you go, as we expected, 5 minutes stoppage time here. So plenty of time for either team. Switchbacks push to the right side. They get a striker through the middle on the run. One timer. There's a whistle right before. Derek had it played right. He saw the man coming right down the middle. He's going to cut down that angle.
Good recovery defensively from 91 FC.
Off the back foot that time. Now vaulted out. So Honya, he'll move ahead. He's not going to be the one to throw it in.
These switchbacks are going to take their sweet time with this one. About 3-4 minutes left in this match. You see Delins Pierre, he's had such a really good game at left back for the switchbacks, but it's a good result for them if it holds.
Off the head, Fernando, and an unfortunate deflection. If you're Memphis Dynamo FC, fortunate if you're Colorado Springs. Now you're on the attacking half of the field here. You got roughly 3.5 or so minutes remaining of stoppage time. Plenty of time to really get a nice, solid possession to Delins Pierre.
And you can really see some tired legs, especially in the back line for 91 FC.
They've got 3 ahead. Keeps his footing down and rolls off the post. That's about as close as you can get in Colorado Springs. That close to stealing 3 points on the road right there.
Man, so close. What a strike that was from Huerman. Left-footed strike. I don't know if Tyler Derrick got a hand on that one, but it greened off the post. We got a great angle of it right here. Lots of power. Looked like it almost was deflected from Sissoko. Not FC probably inches away from going down 2-1 here. Another good angle of it from right here. Good defending as well from Akeem Ward, not to foul in that position.
That's what we talked about, trying to stay locked in here late in this match. Set piece, golden opportunity for the switchbacks, a corner kick.
And Jeff, now I think 91 FC will be probably happy to get out of this game with a draw.
Wehrman, who had the shot, will take the corner. Sissoko a header. And a whiff. And now Memphis a chance for a counter. And a tackle. Well, it doesn't get more blatant than that. And look, it's probably a good yellow to take because if he's free, he's off to the races.
It's an excellent yellow to take from Koa Santos, the right back for the switchbacks. That's called a professional foul. He'll take that yellow card all day and all night. It's 91 FC, we're off to the races.
So roughly 90 seconds to 2 minutes remaining. Colorado Springs has been outshot 27-5, a chance to grab a point on the road.
Man, that's it's going to be tough for Stephen Glass and 91 FC to sleep tonight if this result holds, having outshot your opponent 27-5.
Off the back of the foot that time, Lappin tried to heel it, couldn't get a lot of contact. Sissoko got Honya coming up. So right around a minute remaining. Turning, puts it through. That one punched away.
What a ball that was from Marlon Santos. Just fired that right across the 6-yard box. Great defending once again from Colorado Springs switchbacks.
Lappin's going to take the corner. Memphis crowds it in the box. Maybe final opportunity here. They'll let him have the corner, and we'll see how much more time they give him. Yeah, they just got tied up. Nothing really developed off of that corner. Now, frustrating there on the corner kick. Really never got anything going. Never had a chance to put anything on the net.
Yeah, not a great ball from Bruno Lapa. Fired it to the near post, and looks like that's game, Jeff.
Yeah, they check the watch, and that will do it. So after 95 total minutes tonight, Memphis Dynamo FC and Colorado Springs are going to play to a 1-1 draw. There was the early goal in this match in the 5th minute, and then Memphis able to counter in the 38th minute with a goal by Fernando, but no scoring in the second half, despite, let's face it, if you look at the numbers outside the scoring, a dominating performance by Memphis Dynamo FC.
Definitely a dominant performance, really for 85 minutes. You know, after the first 5 minutes from the switchbacks, 91 FC really took it to the switchbacks, but just not enough shots on target.
Well, it'll be a frustrating night for Memphis Dynamo FC and for Colorado Springs. They're going to be happy of getting this point.
Oh, absolutely. They're gonna sprint out of here, getting a draw on the road against a very tough 901 FC team. They're going to jump 901 FC at the table as well in the Western Conference standings.
Well, both teams earn a point tonight. Memphis Dynamo and FC, Colorado Springs, they'll play to the 1-1 draw tonight here in AutoZone Park. For everyone behind the scenes, thank you for all you do. For J.J. Greer, I'm Jeff Brightwell. Thanks for joining us. We're going to be back in just a moment. We'll take a look at some highlights and some final numbers from Memphis. That's a game, bro. Well, a final 1-1 between Memphis Dynamo FC and Colorado Springs tonight here in Memphis in a game that statistically Memphis dominated, out shooting Colorado Springs 27-6. That is the final margin, but only 5-2 was the advantage on shots on target tonight.
Just not efficient enough for 901 FC. That 901 FC offense, you saw Bruno Lapa and Zach Duncan, really strong performances from those two, but 901 FC, you see, dominated in possession, dominated in shots, expected goals, more than a goal expected for 901 FC, corners, passes, everything, except the final score line is it ended 1-1.
Now, both teams going to be at home next as Colorado Springs will host Orange County. Then Wednesday night here at AutoZone Park, Rhode Island FC is going to come in. You and I will be calling that match. A chance for Memphis again to try to get things going. Again, they have applied the pressure. They've done what they need to do as far as pressing a team's defense. Just got to find the back of the net,
especially at home. You always have to pick up 3 points at home. This 901 FC team, they're capable of beating any team in the league, especially here in Memphis at AutoZone Park. It's always tough to get victories on the road. You usually want to try to pick up a point on the road, as the Switchbacks did tonight, and pick up 3 points at home. So we'll be back again, and we'll see if 901 FC can pick up a win midweek.
Memphis now 5-6-2. Colorado Springs 5-5-2 on the season. Their teams will stay right there around the 6, 7, 8 spot once the rest of the games are final here tonight. So both teams earn a point. However, neither team is going to be able to make up a big jump in the standings. Again, a 1-1 draw here tonight in Memphis, Tennessee. That is going to wrap things up for us tonight. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight in Memphis. For everyone involved, including J.J. Greer, I'm Jeff Brightwell. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. This has been USL Championship Soccer.
Copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
in the opener